Good morning. Walkway over the Hudson. I'm in Poughkeepsie, New York. I was here. It's another place I was at 6 years ago. That walkway was not there 6 years ago though. I had to take a different bridge. I'm gonna go check that out a bit later. Right now, I'm gonna go find a library. I could just hop on a train here, take me right into New York City. Joseph Bertolozzi's bridge music. I'm gonna cross this bridge in a bit. This is the same bridge I crossed years ago when I came over here, and they have it's like a sound art installation project they put together when they built the bridge. They got a composer to come and just bang shit against the bridge at different parts of the bridge, like he was hitting the cables with hammers, and there's like swinging a log at the steel plating. He composed music, and there's two different points along the bridge where you can press buttons and listen to the music. And I just remember thinking how ridiculous it was when I heard it years ago, and I've met people from Poughkeepsie all around, and people I talked to today, people I was talking to back then from the surrounding towns, and I always mentioned the bridge music and how ridiculous I thought the bridge music was, and no one had ever heard of it. Alright, here it is. Joseph Bertolozzi's bridge music. It's great because I remember this song even. Number two, I'm gonna put on, okay, this is gonna be bridge funk now. Lord knows I love my funk music. We'll try it again. Number 9. Lucky number 9. Ah! This is the Duchess Trailway. This trail is part of the pedestrian bridge over the Hudson River. Downtown Highland. So Highland I was in. I got stories about Highland, and I'm excited to kind of look around and reminisce. I like to reminisce, if you haven't noticed. But 6 years ago I took that that bike ride, that trip that was over a year long, and my time in Highland and Poughkeepsie in this area, but specifically the day I was in Highland, is one of the more memorable days. Alright, this is 4 in the morning. I wasn't gonna get up this early. But I had the dugouts here. There's a couple of dugouts. They didn't really fit me and my tent in, so I had my tent pitched over behind. You almost definitely can't see it, but the back of this field, and the only flat spot, the best flat spot of grass I could find was right beside a giant light pole. And so about 3:30 this morning, thunder and lightning, downpour, and I realized I didn't really want to be sitting at the base of a giant conductor light pole. So I packed up as quick as I could. So hiding out under cover here, this is like the concession stand of the ballpark, Highland Ballpark. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna snack a little bit. Oh, there's some lightning. The other thing I remember about Highland here, when I came through, this field and basketball court parking lot was all set up as a big fair. There was the traveling carnival was coming through, so they had rides and games and shit all set up, and the whole community was out here. And I was looking for a place to sleep, and I talked to a guy that told me to set up my tent behind me here in this field, which was where all the carnies were staying. All their RVs and trailers were parked in here. And so I set my tent up sort of in the back there, and in between all the trailers. And as I do, I went to sleep pretty early, probably about 9 o'clock, and I woke up. It's about 10:30. They had shut down the fair, the carnival, for the night, and all the carnies came back, and I started drinking, and they were flicking beer caps at my tent and woke me up. And they didn't know who I was because they were never told that I would be back there. And so I came out of the tent like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And they kept throwing beer caps at me, and I told them I was just biking through. And then they kept giving me beers, and they wouldn't let me sleep. I ended up spending half the night sitting there with them drinking. And they were just a bunch of carny dirtbags, man. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm fucking tired. I need a coffee. I need some water. And I need to hit the road.